26th of January 2021. Apologies for missing out on yesterday. I just the net wasn't working at around the same at the proper stream time, so I was like, there's no point. I'll just work on it tomorrow instead. So we're at it again, and we'll most likely finish this one today, and then I will probably, depending on when I finish this one, I might end the stream early, just because. So finish this thing off, and then instead of like starting a new character today, I will just end this one, end the stream, depending on what time it ends, obviously. And I'll just end this and then like start the next character tomorrow. I'm still not sure whether or not I want to do. I might pick another mysterious being, or I might start doing those TMNT toy villains. Well, TMNT villains based on their toy versions, because that's the plan. Because I know like a lot of them appeared in the cartoon, but their toy depictions were different, and I wanted to go for that. I should probably look for like a checklist or something just to see what those characters are. So yeah, we'll have a look at that. I'll have a look at that probably sometime today. It's Australia Day today. It's 26th again. It's the Australia Day, so it's a public holiday. But public holiday doesn't mean much to me, so I'll most likely be working again today, as I am already behind work. I'm behind schedule. I plan to at least get some stuff done, but I know I do have like I think I'm heading out to lunch to meet up with, to finally catch up with a couple of mates. So I'll do work in between that. It's also my mom's birthday today, but she like me doesn't like celebrating, so I don't know. I think hopefully she'll get some rest today. She's always doing stuff. The weekend kind of sucked because we had like a blackout, and right as I was getting work done, and so that sucked, because like that, you know, you kind of have no choice but to do nothing. And you know, you realize, dang, it really does suck to lose power, like when it's actually hot out, because can't turn on the fan and stuff, can't turn on any air conditioning, so you're just there like boiling, having to tolerate the heat. So that part wasn't that pleasant at all. Ended up just taking like, just to cool myself down, took just a cold shower, and that really did help. But yeah, that sucked. That sucked quite a bit. I should cut my hair. I really do want to cut my hair. I'm almost tempted to just shave it all off. It's kind of bored of the length at this point. We'll see. We'll see. If you hear the fan at the background, it's because it's on. It's been raining today, which is kind of crappy because, I mean, it's nice, but it's like muggy because it was really hot yesterday. For Fahrenheit people, it was like 100 plus Fahrenheit. which is, you know, it's summer here, but it really hasn't been summer, you know, a typical Australian summer. If anything, it's been an odd one. Oh, what the heck? If anything, it's been an odd one because we haven't really had much proper summer days. So yes, Sunday was kind of, yesterday was kind of it. But yeah, I figured, I was like, oh, it's gonna be like a cool change, and that's what it is. Like today's like super muggy. Alright, that looks, it's looking alright. Save that. I was kind of thinking about like taking a couple of these pieces and other videos and just making time lapses to post online, but as much as as neat as that would be, it's almost like I'd rather leave them be as these streams and the archived videos on YouTube. So it's like, just peep it on real time, man, at this point. Like, time lapse is cool and all, but they see the final piece once it's uploaded anyway, so it doesn't even matter. I think that might be too much light. I mean, it looks cool, but it's probably too much light. If I do it there, I'm gonna have to do more of it. Ah, I'm such a moron. You know what? You know what? I'm about 6 minutes in. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna regret it. I'm gonna regret it. But whatever. I'm so used to doing that. Just doing more work than I need to. I finished Uncanny Counters on Netflix. It's a Korean show based on a web comic, I think it's a webtoon. The final episode was available yesterday, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it quite a bit, actually. It's like 16 episodes or something like that. Yeah, it's a fun show. It's a fun show. It's difficult to watch, you know, subtitled shows whilst working, but I think that's probably, like, it was good because it definitely kept my mind from getting tired, I guess. But it also did tack on extra time in getting work done. It's kind of like a double-edged sword at that point, you know, like it keeps me sane from not having to focus on work or artwork, you know, but it also distracts me at the same time from it, but it's much needed almost. I don't know, it's weird. Like, I would have preferred it if it were dubbed, because that way I can still watch it and know what's going on. But yeah, having to read subtitles and watch it is difficult. I did manage to. I remember I used to do stuff like that all the time. Like, I'd watch anime whilst working, but then I'd watch the subtitled version. G'day, man. I hope I don't regret doing that, but whatever. It's being done now, so whatever. Biscuits. you know, same old. Didn't stream yesterday, so I'm streaming now. I might do an extra stream on Saturday, my Saturday, which is Friday for the US, because I missed out on yesterday. Other than that, nothing's really new. It's muggy outside, and so it's still a little warm, but it's been raining, which is nice. The rain is nice, but the mugginess is not. So I got a fan on just to like keep things cool, I suppose. It's Australia Day today in Australia, so it's public holiday for most people, but not for freelancers like myself. So I'll be working today, but I'm catching up with some mates for lunch, because it's been a while since we caught. I think it's like the last time we all hung out was like well before the lockdown last year. Yeah, actually that's it. So it's been, I'd say, almost a year since we actually hung out proper in person. So that's pretty wild. Pretty wild. I'm still behind in work, but I think I can, if I balance out between because I noticed like the thing that takes me the longest with work, I mean, I know how long colors take. Colors roughly take about a day because of all the details and such. I wish it balanced out with like the amount one gets paid to do colors. But I think, you know, actual color artists have a better process than me. I'm just, yeah. Anyway, that's beside the point. Pencils take a while because it's the layouts, so I can, depending on the day and how my mind is working in the day, I get between 1 and 2 penciled pages a day. Preferably I'd like to get 2. But it's most days have been just, you know, some days have been fortunate so that I've managed to get 2. Some days 1 only, which is not good, but you know, what are you going to do about that? But I've noticed that I can get, once the pencils are done, it's easier to ink. So I've noticed that if I can balance out certain days, like, because I've basically assigned, I made a schedule for myself, a work schedule. I've assigned like per day, I've got 1 ink page, 2 ink pages a day and 2 pencils. I've marked it out. So it's like 2 pencils a day, 2 ink pages a day. These are 2 separate days, obviously. But it actually, depending on the ink, depending on, you know, the actual page itself, I am able to ink more than 2 pages a day. Sometimes 3, possibly 3. So if I can keep it at that rate, I might be able to catch up to schedule in a way where I can still have a Sunday off, or Sunday, a free Sunday, in other words, where I can do, you know, other stuff, where I can do like, you know, take a break or do Patreon stuff. I'm gonna see what happens there. I'm gonna see what happens there, cause like, I know, yeah. The only thing that will actually reduce in time, as in like I can get more stuff done, is inks. Pencils, if I can do 2 is always going to be the maximum, because it's just how the way it is. Colors, I can't avoid only getting 1 a day. If I can get 2 a day, that'd be a bloody miracle. But it's consistently been 1 a day. It's just the amounts of stuff. So I'm still kind of behind schedule, but I'll see what happens. Although I don't really know how lax the editorial staff are in regards to scheduling and such, because they've not asked for the high res of the first issue Yet the deadline for that was like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks maybe. So I don't really know. I should probably ask them if they need the high res, but I'm surprised they haven't actually asked me for it. Like I've had a folder with it already all in there, so it's pretty much ready for them to just, you know, look at when they need it. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. So maybe like that will allow me an actual extra day, a bonus day and such. I don't even know when this project is announced. I don't even know who's handling covers. I hope it gets, I hope the feeling of drawing these characters get easier as I go along, because they are such a pain. Just the detail is a pain. I think I'm having fun with it. Yeah, we'll see. Although I look forward to announcing it. I hope people, and I hope it's received well. I'm sorry I'm so vague about it right now. But know that I am working on something. Like, I think it's definitely nice for my mental state that I get to work on these warm-ups, because it's doing, you know, I love drawing. Drawing is like my favorite thing in the world. I'm just glad I get to draw something else other than what I'm actually working on just for work. And while it is work, it's still, you know, I get to draw, and I know, like, it's easy to complain about things, but I'm definitely lucky, very fortunate that I get to do this as a job. And it doesn't really feel real at times. Because, like, you know, you don't really consider it was never really something that I considered growing up. It was just like, oh yeah, I love drawing. Didn't know you can make a career out of it, but you can. So that's good. Is that right? Is that too much? That might be too much. I don't know what I'm doing right now with this. I think it's almost too bright. But I don't really care. I'll probably just add some effects after the fact and just add a glow or something there so that it makes sense with what it is. Let me see if I can do something like that right now, actually. Brightness, contrast, luminosity, level correction. How about that? I mean, that's neat. Let's just do some of that back here. I could probably add some more, but oh, the bird's back. It's been a few days since I heard it. Maybe it doesn't actually appear when it's like raining, or I mean, I guess it didn't appear yesterday because it was so damn hot. But it's back now. Just chilling. Got it. It's fine. Alright, let's keep going with this. Ah, biscuits. record it then, because I would have been annoyed if I had to fix it later. Alright, that's probably too intense, but I've already started, so I'm just gonna keep going. Yes. I don't even know, man. I don't know. Oh, you haven't heard it before? Is this actually the first time you've heard the bird? I'm surprised. Because the bird pretty much makes an appearance, at least audibly. I mean, obviously only audibly, because I'm not like going to bring a camera out there just to show it looks like. I keep saying I'm going to go take a photo of it, but I haven't. I'm almost tempted to pick up my webcam and just kind of show it right now, but it'll be too much of a fuss to pop the camera back on. I'm tempted to now though. Why did that idea pop into my head? You know what? Once I finish this section, provided it's still there, I'm gonna go do it. Because I don't know which bird it is again. Because I have several birds that pop up outside, and I don't know which one this is. So it'll be somewhat of a new thing for me also. To see it like making a sound full go, you know? Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. Let me see. Oh, I don't know if the camera's gonna stretch that far. Damn it. Give me a second. I want to open up the blinds for you. Oh, it's gone. Ah, must have flew when I bloody opened up the blinds. You know what? I'm just going to leave this open. Damn it. That sucks. That sucks. The sound must have scared it. Oh well. I'll get it. I'll at least take a photo of it next time, and I'll plop it into the chat bar above here. Alright. I wanted to capture it singing, damn it. I'll take a photo of it though. Alright, let's continue this thing. If I just add a little bit of a layer. Oh, I don't know how this is going to turn out. Okay, that's not so bad. How about if I just do like a mass shadow like that, and that looks dumb, but that's there, and just like do shit like this and just kind of minus it after the fact. That looks weird, and I'm probably gonna have to do more work, but why not give this a shot? What's up, Scumworks? Yeah, let's just give it a shot. Who cares, right? Who cares? And I'll just start minusing and adding more details. What am I just doing? Blocking? Is that what it's called? All these like art terminologies and stuff. don't know them. I remember like when someone's explaining stuff, I'm like, I don't know what you mean. And then they describe it and show me and I'm like, oh, okay, that thing. I don't know. Art terms, whatever. Yeah, look at that mess. Yeah, I'm gonna do a lot of like actual detailing. Or I could just leave it at that and go, yeah, whatever, who cares? But obviously that's not gonna happen. Ugh, that's not it. Yeah, it's alright. Things are going, man. Things are going. Yeah, okay, that's a little bit better. A little bit better. What if I do that? What if I shall like that? Inverse the selection. Where's that? Area scaling should have been turned off. That. So I've only selected. Yeah, okay, that works. Let's. Damn it! I scared the bird. All right, I'm annoyed now. I'm gonna have to. That should be my. Oh, what the heck? That'll be my goal. I'm gonna try and capture that bird. Not actually physically capture it, but you know, get a picture of it, or at least a video of it. Oh, it's even better. A video of it singing and shit. And people who, and like post it in my Instagram stories, and for people who do know, will know. Yeah, it's gone to the point where I'm entertained by the bird that sings outside my window. It's pretty good. It's pretty good when it doesn't take much to entertain me. And that's really all it takes. Some would think, oh, what a weird and boring life that is. No, not really. I think it's probably nicer that I'm entertained by so little. Do that. I should probably delete all of that older stuff too. And is it like if I do it that way? Okay. That works out just okay too. Inverse that selection. What is that? That's alright, let's see. That'd be cool. Like, if I opened it and he was just looking at me, but like, then he does know. Or she, I don't know. How can you tell? Like, I've no, like, knowledge of what bird anatomy is, so I wouldn't be able to tell if a bird is male or female. And I'm sure, like, you know, experts are aware. But I'm no bird expert. I have no knowledge of that. I'm not willing to do research on that just to figure out whether or not a bird is male or female or other. I don't know. I don't know if they follow the gender pronoun deals. If they do, cool. No issues there. How's that looking? I'm about 30 minutes in. Am I not going to finish this stream? Goodness. My goal was to finish this stream. But looking at its current progress, I don't even know if that's going to happen. Because I skipped yesterday's, shall I go a little longer on this stream just to finish this off? If it's required, if it needs to. I'll see when I get closer to the hour mark, and how far along I am on this thing. We'll see. We'll see. And really, it's not a problem with going a little bit over. Since I did begin the stream like half an hour prior to what's actually scheduled, I guess I can afford to go a little over. I mean, I'd rather not, but if it's only a little bit, I think I can afford to do that. It's like it moved, because I can still hear it in the distance. I mean, I'm behind. It's not like half an hour will make a big difference with work. I'm just going to say that. What I need in order to actually catch up to my behind schedule is an entire day. Like, a few minutes won't really make a difference. Now, if it's a few hours, that can make a difference. Do you know what I mean? Like, the little minutes don't really add up in regards to work. It's larger chunks of time. And I'm already going to cut into that time anyways by, you know, going out to lunch and meeting up with mates later. That's already going to cut into the time anyways. So I guess we'll see. We'll see. We will see. I can hear it. It's in the distance. It's mocking me. It's not. It's just doing its own thing. I think you just got startled when I opened up the blinds. Because they actually can't see into the room. It's like a one-way type thing. Outside is like a reflective thing. That's why I see a lot of like pigeons that would just chill and like look at themselves, and it's pretty amusing because like when it's raining they'll like sit in a puddle and just look at the window, which is obviously to them a mirror. This isn't a character request, by the way. If that's what if this piece is what you're referring to. Well, it doesn't know that it's going to be on camera. But maybe it does. Maybe it's smarter. Maybe it's smarter than I'm giving it enough credit for. But yeah, this Scum, this is not a character request. Unless it's a request made by me to myself. I'm not taking requests for these warm-ups, pre-work warm-ups. I mean, honestly, if I wanted to, I could probably like do like stream commissions. Just I'll draw whatever on the stream. As in, I'll draw a commission on the stream that's just specifically for the stream. But I can't be bothered. I mean, I might look into it, but I want these to be, I want the stream pieces to be just kind of, I do whatever I want because I want to. Not because somebody paid me to. You know? Because that's what work is. That's what these warm-ups are for work. To get my hand warmed up to get work done. Kind of want to separate them two things. It's not that work itself isn't fun. Work itself is actually quite fun. But doing things that aren't attached to work, it keeps my brain from going a little nuttier, I guess. It's just more relaxing. There's no like, it's not for anybody. I don't have to make it look good for anybody's sake. It's only to my liking. I'm done when I'm done, you know? There's no like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna go back and forth. I kind of treat the Patreon tier rewards the same thing. I remember recently anyways, somebody who I had done commissions for, because I'm not available for commissions right now, and I won't be for a few months at least. They wanted to subscribe, I guess, to Patreon, one of the higher tiers, so that they can get their character drawn. And I'm like, no, it's not gonna work that way. Because I mean, if you want it that way, you can, but there's no back and forth like an actual commission. It's, if you give me a character, if you suggest a character to draw, obviously there's like, you know, I have you can pick the style. Obviously you can go for my regular style, you can go for them in a, you know, as a random views interpretation. Either way works for me. I enjoy drawing both in both styles, but I'm not going to be like sending you base sketch, you know, none of this update just to see if it's to your liking. It's not going to work that way. Whereas a commission would work that way, you know. So yeah, I think I think it was maybe they considered that like a loophole. But no, it's not. Okay, it's looking a little bit better, I guess. It's 38 minutes. Okay. Progress is looking pretty good. Yeah, alright, that's good. That's looking a bit better, I think. I can't even tell anymore, to be honest. I can't even tell. Maybe I could do an extra one of these things. 50, yeah, but I would do that. Nope, not delete that one. Delete that one. Okay, let's select not that one there. Oops, nope. What an ugly thing. There's a lot of faces in this thing, isn't it? See if I can just pick a different color for that and see what happens. That's neat, I guess. How about we try it? Maybe. No. Green? No, it's too dark. No, that doesn't work either. I'm not even sure if you guys can see a difference, but I can. See, I'm looking at these shines here, and that's also part of it there. I'm just seeing if it makes a difference when I change the actual color, because right now it's blue set on overlay. It's just more layers is really all it is, and a lot of it is trial and error. And when coloring, that's actually what takes up a bit of time. It's not necessarily just the, you know, the shading itself, but it's also picking of colors. Because it's not just as simple as like, oh yeah, shadow is black, highlight is white, and you play around with the layer settings. If it can be that simple, but you kind of want to experiment a little bit more, you know, see what happens. Change the layer settings, change the color, because you get different results that way, and you never really know what's gonna come out of it. Sometimes you surprise yourself too, because you get results that you don't really expect. Like that's pink right now. I don't know if it's too close to that, it's almost like what's the point? But you want it to stand out enough. No, that's too much. Yeah, it's too much. Because like if you look there, it is finger. It's I don't know. It doesn't really work out as much. I mean, it looks neat, but it's like, why is it pulling that? I think blue might actually look pretty good. I'll keep it there. Yeah, it's a subtle thing that kind of goes unnoticed for the most part, but it does add, you know. So it's kind of worth just experimenting that little extra bit, because if it's something that works here, and if I remember it, then I can eventually apply it to something else, like the work that I'm actually doing. But I do a lot of trial and error with the work, with like comic pages. I wish I was like, I know like professional color artists that's what they primarily do for comics. They can get like multiple pages done in a day, and I mean it only makes sense for them to do it that way, considering how much color artists get paid. You know, in order for it to make more sense, they have to do more than one page a day, because coloring pages doesn't pay a lot. At even like a high end level, like if for like Marvel, DC, they're kind of the lowest in the totem pole. Penciler, inker, color artist. It's kind of like that in the hierarchy. And I wish I can color as quickly and well, you know, it to look good, but also be done in less time than some of the like the pro, like the full pro color artists, where it looks good, it looks great. Like I wonder sometimes, and I'm like, if they were given more time, how much better would the actual pages look better? Or have they reached a certain point where this is how good they want it to look, and within a certain time? I wonder that sometimes. Most of the time it's like they're on deadlines and such, you know, because they can only color pages that are actually drawn, and it depends on when the actual, like, the line artists would get their actual stuff done. So I wonder, like, if given, like, with the right budget, like if they were getting, say, paid as much as the line artists, the penciler and the inker, and given like more time than they're normally given, would they actually use that time to make the pages look better, or will they continue to color the way they are and just, you know, call it a day, I suppose, like just churn out what they're you know, the quality and level that they're already working out on, which is, you know, for some incredibly high already. Like, have they gotten to the point where they've managed to reach a process that is both like solid in time economy, but also get to a visual look that looks really good, like of a high standard? I wonder, because I'm curious about that. Like, will I sacrifice, if I mean, I could obviously color the pages in less time, but am I willing to sacrifice that in order to get the pages done? Like, will I sacrifice the look of a page in order to get it done in less time? I don't think I would, personally, because I have I think I've set a standard for myself that I'll be content with, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's true. Like, I mean, I'm always saying, like, if I can achieve what the look that I'm after with less time, I would always want to do it that way, because, you know, just being economic with time would be great. Like, if I could have done this, if I could achieve the look that I have with this in less time, 100% I would have gone with it, 100%. But this is, at this point, this is kind of the only way. And plus, I mean, a lot of the time it is, if you're watching the stream, you'll notice that I am experimenting quite a bit. Like, you know, there's a handful of trial and error, and also talking on the stream is oddly enough fairly it cuts into the time, oddly enough. But I wonder, like, if I can get to this in less time, I would 100% do it. But I wouldn't want to sacrifice the look of the piece in order to get it done quicker, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm explaining it well. Like, all right, for example, random views, my project, my original property thing, that's done in it's drawn and colored in a more streamlined style, meaning wall flats will always take the same amount of time because I'm very particular with how I flat. Oh, that's why. I'm dumb. I'm very particular with how I flat. The shading is a lot more streamlined and simplified. That takes less time. But that's also the look that I'm going for. If I tackled that in like closer to this, closer to the way this looks, it would definitely add to the time. So it will automatically just take longer because of the level. Like like more levels of cell shading will always amount to more time. It's just, that's just how it works. Less time, less cell shade levels. Because there's just more details to fill in. Like I wouldn't have gone in this hard in my random view style, in my random views approach. There's just more going on here. So like that random views thing is not like sacrificing the style or the look to cut down the time. That's what I'm going for with the look. But it doesn't work the same with this one. Like if I can somehow cut the time, reduce the time spent on this while still achieving this look, I would definitely go for that. But right now it's like it doesn't, in order to get this much detail into it, which I'm sure to a lot of artists isn't a lot of detail at all, but in order to get this much into it, I have to, it's just naturally going to take this amount of time to get there. I mean, that looks fine, I guess. Let's see what I can do. Let's yeah. I don't know why they add so many of these points. I wish they did it in a way where it just did it in less points. Although I wonder if I do it smaller, will it be less points? Let me give that a shot actually. If I do the circle like this, how many points? Oh, it is less points. Okay. Okay. Cool. I should just do it that way next time. Nice. Alright, so the larger the circle, the more points. I will take note of that. I mean, even here there's still quite a bit of points, but way less than, you know, when it was a larger circle. I mean, I should have, I mean, it makes sense, right? I should have figured that out earlier. But I'm glad I found out, even if it is this late. Yes. All right. That's neat. What the? Oh my gosh, I moved the line on accident. What a dumbhead. Beep. Oh, absolutely. Clip has had this since I've started using Clip. This was a few years ago. Cheers, Kondo. Alright, I think got a bit more of that layer. How about we add another point that I deleted before? No, it's too much. Yeah, it's probably a little bit better. Let's go with that one. Who cares? Okay, I think I'm done. Well, it says I'm done. Yeah. As much work as I want to put into it, I guess. That's how done I am. Oh, what's that? Okay. Let's tag this shit down. Alright. Okie doke. So, save the file. A little bit. Cheers for joining the stream. I will be back most likely tomorrow for another hour. So yeah, I'm still not sure whether or not I want to do another mysterious being. If I pick one, then I'll do that, but I might start doing those TMNT villains based on the toys. Yeah, that could be fun. All right, cheers.